One of the more consistent, and I would say even effective arguments you hear on the right is this idea that whenever government gets involved, things get more expensive. And you know what? That feels true. Because too often what we see isn't government solving problems. It's bad government, broken government, or government that's been sabotaged on purpose by politicians who want it to fail. But what if we actually got a functional government once? Government that shows up, does the job, enforces the rules against everybody, and works for us, not for the lobbyists or donors. Because here's the truth: when government is allowed to do its job, honestly, transparently, and without being kneecapped, it makes life more affordable for us, not less. And there are real world examples of it. Public schools, which educate 90% of our kids efficiently, until some politicians siphon money out of them to give to private voucher schools with zero accountability. Now, let me be clear: this is not a knock on private schools. Families have every right to choose the schools that work best for their kids. This is a knock on our public tax dollars being sent to private institutions that don't have to play by the same rules, meet the same standards, or open their books the way the public schools do. If tax dollars are involved, accountability must be involved too. No exceptions. Healthcare is the same thing. Medicare has some of the lowest administrative costs in the entire system. That is until Congress lets drug companies write loopholes big enough to drive a truck through. Broadband, where federal dollars could have connected every rural home, but too many quote unquote partners took the money and never delivered the service, and the state didn't enforce the penalties. Guys, government isn't too expensive. Failure to enforce the rules is too expensive. Sabotage is too expensive. Letting powerful interest groups ignore the law is too expensive. That's a big reason why I decided to run for state senate in the first place, because Wisconsin families deserve better than excuses. We deserve a government that actually works and works honestly. We need a government that's going to make sure we get higher wages by supporting small businesses and cracking down on corporate wage suppression tactics. We need lower property taxes by restoring the state's share of funding for schools and local services so the burden isn't dumped onto homeowners. And we need more transparency so every dollar spent, public or private, is traceable, visible, and accountable. Guys, it's not partisan, it's competence, and it's something that every taxpayer in Wisconsin deserves.